Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Berean TV. I want to talk a little bit about that Jay-Z album. I've been asked about that. I didn't hear everything on the album, but I think maybe two. The one with Damian Marley and that OJ story. That OJ story. But it's classic Jay-Z. We have to understand that Jay-Z is not like any other CEO slash rapper like Birdman or a Sean Puffy Combs. He's not like a 50 Cent. He's not like even a Rick Ross that made songs on mentioned Freemasonry and certain light occult topics. Jay-Z's a true occultist, but like I said, he grew up in Marcy Projects, and everybody from the city knows that the project was the home of the gods, or where the 5% doctrine spread once Clarence 13X was kicked out of the Nation of Islam for gambling and certain thing, whatever Elijah Muhammad kicked him out for, his lifestyle not conforming to the Nation of Islam. But he took the doctrine straight to the streets, and in the streets he took the doctrine specifically to the projects, to Fort Greene and Lafayette Gardens, the projects of Harlem, just New York City in general, the projects where all the youth were and where they hung out, a lot of low income. Back in the 60s, the projects was kind of a brand new thing, but they were letting people in, a lot of single mothers, low income housing. And he figured that it would spread there the fastest, and it spread there, and it spread inside of prisons and stuff. But it's classic occult doctrine. Even if you go back, and you have to understand something, when you deal with people that study the esoteric doctrine like himself, you have to understand that they talk in a lot of metaphors. He's heavy into the metaphors, and it's a lot of double talk. I mean, if anybody study the occult, they'll understand double talk. But if you even go back to his Picasso album, Taraji P. Henson was in there, the other brother from with the scar on his face, Omar from The Wire. There were a lot of guest appearances, but there was one lady, her name slips me right now, but she was dancing with them closely, and they butt foreheads, and closer to the middle of the video, the Picasso. Pull up Jay-Z's Picasso video. That lady, she's into spirit cooking. She's among the who's who when you start dealing with the occultist. She's an occultist artist among the occult and the esoteric people that follow the esoteric or the Luciferian doctrine. She's an artist, and she deals heavily with them. But he's smart. I believe Jay is smart in the sense that when we start dealing with the OJ song, he's putting out a message. It's a twofold message, but he's still putting a message out there. A lot of people say, well, I don't know, he's dealing with the N-word and this and that. That's always been in the rap game. That's always been in the rap game. But he's sending messages to other rappers. He's speaking about stripping and strip clubs. He said he had every V12 engine, and he said if he could take it all back, he would not have done that. He would bought a building in Dumbo. That same Dumbo's like the Flatiron District is one of those fancy neighborhoods, Soho, Tribeca in Manhattan. He said that building was worth $2 million. And so basically he's saying he spent $2 million on V12 engines, the big body Benzes, BMWs, or Aston Martins. He said he had every V12. And if he took it back, he would have bought that building for $2 million. And the same building today is worth $25 million. There's no devil worship. There's nothing wrong with that. He's trying to teach something. He said what's better than throwing your money away, something better than throwing your money away in the strip spot is to buy real estate. Don't die over the neighborhood that your mother is renting. So he's speaking to people that's in the trap life. It's interesting because you won't really have certain people. It's not beneficial for certain people to make comments about white people, but at the same time get money. So you'll never hear somebody like 50 Cent or Sean Puffy Combs to say that, oh, the white man is the devil. They won't say that because it's not beneficial to them, because they're in business with Europeans. And it just doesn't make any sense to do. But Jay have a way of sharing certain things and trying to give back to his quote unquote people from the hood, and he's teaching them. He said, I'm trying to give y'all game for $9.99. And that 9.99 is the price of the album. He's speaking about the street life and certain things, and just putting money to your ear, throwing money away in strip spots, and just doing a lot of dumb stuff. And then he goes on to explain a little bit, kind of giving people a hint of what wealth is. He said he bought a painting for $1 million. 2 years later, it was worth $2 million. 3 years later, it was worth $8 million. He can't wait to give it to his children. So he's teaching inside of the thing. But as Jay-Z, an occultist, we all know that he's let us know that time and time again. And like I said, he's from the projects. He's elevated through the ranks in the occult world, and he's doing what he's due. I just wanted to comment a little bit on the album. The whole rap industry. We believe not only the rap industry, just the music industry in general. We believe it's an anti-God message. You have to throw shots at the church, so you'll see people picking cotton, and you'll see a cross burning in the video. But that's just classic Jay, and that's what he do. You have to throw shots. Jesus can't save you. Life starts where the church ends. He's told us time and time again how he felt about the church. I just wanted to drop this short video, but we'll start dealing with some more of that. I'll speak about that and other things when we deal with Sunday Seminary, why symbolism is so heavy when you deal with occult and people in the spirit that deals with spirits. Aleister Crowley, Anton LaVey, Helen Blavatsky, Manly P. Hall, anybody that commune with spirits, especially the lower spirits, or what we call demons. Demons like to give you a lot of symbols and have you running around. God will give us symbols, and we do have symbols within the church, but we clearly understand what they mean. But demons like to send you into what we call the rabbit hole, a hole of confusion. I think I'm going to do a video on that. The Bible in the rabbit hole. There are a lot of people on the internet that's quoting plenty Bible, but they have no relationship with the everlasting God. They're just in confusion, so they jump in a rabbit hole and, the Bible is teaching a flat earth. The Bible is teaching a round earth, and they're just all over the place with conspiracy theories and chemtrails, and they're trying to make everything line up with Scripture. That's when you start getting in what we call the rabbit hole. I think that originally comes from, they said, Alice in Wonderland. You go into the rabbit hole. I know when you start dealing with the occult and ayahuasca, LSD, should I say, back in the days, people say they're about to go into the rabbit hole when they start getting, they get ready to trip on LSD or some ayahuasca or something, and a PCP, and you don't know where it's going to take them. And a lot of times people fall into the rabbit hole once they start dealing with scriptures, because those spirits will have them going everywhere. So they're studying this symbol and studying that symbol, and they waste years of studying symbols and following spirits, think they're dealing with spirituality, but it's a demonic deception. Be careful of the rabbit hole. If you like what you heard, subscribe. You've been watching Berean TV. Thanks for watching.